Okay, so we are going to work on our multiplying and factoring. Excuse my pen color here. Multiplying and factoring unit on factoring quadratics with difference of squares. And you'll remember our difference of squares formula. It looks like a squared minus b squared, and that is going to equal to a plus b times a minus b. Okay, and we're just going to identify what a and b are, and then we're going to factor that way. So let's look at our first question. This is actually excuse me, the second question, because I already did the first question. So here I've got x squared minus 64. So x squared minus 64. So I need to identify as that as two kinds of squares. So I've got x squared minus 64 is 8 squared. And x squared minus 8 squared is my a squared minus b squared. So my a is x and my b is 8. So when I put this into, factor this out into a plus b times a minus b, my a is x, so I'm going to put x here, and my b is 8, so I'm going to put 8 here. And if we multiply these out, then we'll get back to the original equation here. We can just multiply these out. But this is a good one to know. So we're going to go ahead and type that into our answer block here in con. Okay, so here our question is, what expression represents the width of the rectangle? So I have a rectangle, and here's our area, and here's my side. So we want to know, what's the other side? So let's see, I've got 121 minus x squared, and I can see that 121 is 11 squared, and then this second part is x squared. So now I recognize that as a squared minus b squared. That's a big 2. I'm sorry about that. Let's just do that all again. A squared minus b squared, and my a is 11 and my b is x. So when I put it into my a plus b times a minus b format, I'm going to put in a is equal to 11. I said 11, I wrote 1, I guess. I'm going to put a is 11, and I'm going to put b is equal to x. There we go. And that's my factored form, but we already have this this one factor over here. So my actual answer, I don't need. This one is already on one side, and I want to put this 11 plus x in as the width. So I'm going to put in here 11 plus x. Okay, our next problem, which is going to be our last problem, is factor as a product of two binomials. So I want to, in the end, I want two binomials down here, right? So I've got x squared minus 100. I'm going to identify that as x squared minus 10 squared. 10 times 10 is 100. And then I can see that's in this form. So my a is x and my b is 10, and I want it to look like a plus b times a minus b, and so that's going to be x plus 10 and x minus 10. And this is a really important skill for you to identify this difference of squares, and later on the square of a difference and sum of a difference. All these kind of standard things, so that we can solve more advanced problems. You're going to have to solve these kinds of advanced problems a lot in upper algebra. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in as my factor, and we're going to get 100% on our con. So congratulations.